Leroy, 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 Leroy. Yes, people, man. Big news coming out this morning. Big news indeed. And it's not clickbait, man. Would I ever do that to you guys? Come on, man. Have a little bit more faith. Some of you guys in the chat saying, LB, stop with the clickbait. Would I ever do that to you? Would I ever do that to you? No, today is no different. This is big news, legitimate news coming from Christian Falk, who we all know, well, most of us know, who keep up to date with transfers, is a pretty good source when it comes to all things Bayern Munich. This morning, a story reported in Bild Sport Germany by Christian Falk states that Manchester City, check this out, put it on screen, like Liverpool, is interested in the transfer of Leroy Sané in summer 2024. People, this could be happening. We could be seeing the return of Leroy Sané, which I gotta say, man, if this is true, I'm gonna be buzzing, man, because I feel that there's unfinished business. I feel like Leroy shouldn't have left when he did. You know, I've said for a long time, I think Leroy probably regrets leaving. I don't think the move has gone the way he wanted or the way he thought. You know, Bayern Munich have struggled in the Champions League. We just won a treble. And I think he probably regrets it, as does Ferran Torres, as do all these players who leave our football club. And most of us know that Leroy Sané still has his flat in Manchester. He never, ever got rid of the flat in Manchester. His girlfriend is from Manchester and is a Manchester City fan, and on social media puts out loads of stuff all the time about City and the fact she loves City, blah, 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 blah. Yeah? And I just think that you got to be real. In the summer, this summer coming up, we are probably going to lose Bernardo Silva, right? Who's probably going to spend most of his time this season, I think, in between right wing and centre mid, yeah? We're going to need an attacking player next summer, because next summer you've got Grealish, Doku. What's happening with Foden? Are we still playing him on the wing? Is he going to be moved into the middle? If he gets moved into the middle and Bernardo Silva leaves this football club, we've effectively got two wingers, Grealish and Doku. Maybe Oscar Bob, if you're obviously classing him as a senior player. So you're going to have to probably sign a winger this summer. You know what I mean? Maybe two. Maybe two, if you think Phil Foden is going to be an attacking midfield player and no longer a winger and Bernardo leaves. Because then you've got four, which is the ideal situation. So then you've got to look at the situation and go, oh, she's not from Manchester. Oh, she's American, is she? Well, she's a City fan anyway. I thought she was from Manchester, but she's a City fan. And they've still got the flat in Manchester. So anyway, you've got this situation where we're probably going to need a winger. So then you have to look at, well, who are the best wingers out there? What wingers do we want? What wingers can we get? And Leroy Sané, for me, fits the bill. I don't buy into this narrative that some people are putting out that Leroy Sané wouldn't fit our style of play. BS, that, in my opinion. That is complete BS. He's a different player to when he was at City. If you watch him play for Bayern Munich, he doesn't play in the same position. He plays on the right. He plays through the middle a lot. I think, in fact, if you look at the games against Wolves and Arsenal, I think if you had a Leroy Sané in there, I think we would have smashed it, because he's the type of player that could have unlocked something. He's so versatile. Left wing, right wing, attacking midfielder now as well. He's getting goals and assists. He seems to have recovered from his bad injury that he got when he was at City as well. So for me personally, I don't buy into this stuff that some people are saying that, oh, we can't get Leroy Sané because he doesn't fit into our style. That don't wash with me. I don't wash. So I'm fully game for this. I think there's unfinished business for Leroy Sané in Manchester City. He didn't leave on a bad note. You know, he wanted to leave. He wanted to go back to Germany. No problemo. Same thing that happened to Ferran Torres. You know what I mean? Coleman said, I want to go back to Germany. I think he was being pressed as well. I think he become under a lot of pressure, you know. Do you want me to tell you what I actually legitimately think? This is actually no cap, yeah. This is what I legitimately think, yeah. I think what happened was, when he was at City, right, I think he was happy in that. You know what I mean? He was happy in that. But I think what happened is, I think some people started to get onto him. I think his mum, apparently, or his family, whatever, got onto him and said, get back to Germany or whatever. And then I think he started getting like all the German media, maybe some ex-German professionals, some big sponsors. And basically, yeah, what I think happened was he was sold a dream that you come to Bayern Munich and you will be the star man of Bayern Munich. You will be Leroy Sané, whatever his number is. What's his number at start? Is it 10? What's his number at Bayern, guys? Sané, Bayern. Like, you'll get this brand deal, you know what I mean? You'll get the brand. What number is he, man? Can't see his number. For some reason, I've gone on Google Images, and it's every single image is of the front of him. 10, yeah. So it was his number 10, right? So I think he was built this dream of come to Bayern Munich, be the star man, yeah? Sane 10 will build your brand. You'll be the star German. You will be him. You will be him. And it's not worked out like that, has it, really? It's not worked out like that. Like, not being funny, right? But how many times, if you're just having a conversation with your mates, right, especially non-city mates, how many times does Leroy Sané come up in conversation? It doesn't. He doesn't come up because he's lost over there, in my view. He's lost. You know what I mean? He needs to come back to the Premier League, come back to City, and finish off his what he started, mate. Because what he's doing over there, it's not working at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Now, he's slamming it this season. He's doing really well. And last season, I think he had a good one as well. I'll bring his stats up in a minute. But I just feel, that there's more stuff for him to do. There's more stuff for him to accomplish. And I don't think he's going to do it in Bayern. And I think the dream that he was sold, it ain't going to work, mate. It's not going to work. I agree, RS. He's never going to get the recognition in Germany, bro. Is not. So... Listen, why would he leave his home country to come to Manchester? Well, why did he want to go back to Germany in the first place? It doesn't sound to me like he was that fussed. I think he got put under pressure. I think he got put under pressure from certain people to go back to Germany and become the star man. And it's not worked out, man, because he's won what? The Bundesliga and that. We've won the Champions League. And there'll be a spot available for him this summer. There'll be a spot available. He can come back to Manchester. He can move back into his flat that he's never sold. Ask you that question. Why has he never got rid of his flat in Manchester? Why has he never got rid of it? Ask yourself that. Did he ever want to leave in the first place? Or was he succumb to huge pressure from family members, sponsors, German media, German ex-pros to be that guy? So, yeah, listen. But Charlie, normally I'd agree, bro. But he wanted to leave because he wanted to go back to his home country. It wasn't like it's not like he knocked on, it's not like Cole Palmer, right? It's not like he knocked on Pep's door and went, don't like it anymore here, boss. I don't like you. I don't like the club. I don't like this. I don't like that. I want to leave. That's not what happened. Yeah. He wanted to go back to Germany, bro. And I'm sorry, I can't hold grudges against people that want to go back to the home country, you know what I mean? Because if I moved country, yeah, and went somewhere and I got a little bit homesick or whatever the case may be, and I wanted to go back to my country, then, you know what I mean? I'd hope that them people don't hold it against me. I can't really hold him a grudge there. And the fact is, if he's now saying I made a mistake, I should never have left, then it's our duty as a football club to bring him home. Keep your comments coming in, guys. I am reading them, by the way. Very interesting. I'm gonna do a poll in the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna do a poll in the chat because I'm interested to see how many of you guys actually want to bring Sane home. So I'm gonna do a poll. Would you re-sign Sane this summer? Yes, no. Simple poll. Poll is now in the chat. Guys, make sure you drop a like on the stream as well while you're at it. We're currently on only 35 likes. Let's get those likes right up, man. 200 people in the building. And make sure you are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new, as we're so close now to 10,000 subscribers. But let me just bring up the news again for people that have not seen it this morning. Christian Falk, who is a decent source when it comes to Bayern Munich. We've seen this with the Haaland stuff. He was all over the Haaland stuff. He got everything spot on with the Erling Haaland transfer from Borussia Dortmund to Manchester City 2 years ago. He says Manchester City is like Liverpool, interested in a transfer of Leroy Sané in the summer of 2024. So City are interested. Now, you can make your own mind up about whether you think this is a good source or not. You know what I mean? If you don't think he's a good source, fairs. I think he's a good source. I remember doing the the Haaland transfer streams, 2 years ago. Some of you would have been there. And Build was spot on with everything that they said about Erling Haaland. So for me, I got to put them in a relatively decent sort of stance there. Big up to Ahmad. Guys, get your votes in the poll. The poll is in the live chat. I want maximum votes, man. We've only got 60 votes. I need more votes, man. Get your votes in. Amar says contract ending in 2025. It makes sense. Well, I am going to go through now his player profile on Transfer Marked, contract situation, etc., etc. Here we go. So you can see out here on the right hand side, contract ends in 2025. So he's only going to have 1 year left on his contract, in the summer. So there is a chance that this is just posturing, positioning, pressurizing for Leroy Sané to get a new contract at Bayern Munich. That is a very, very realistic thing. We can't deny that. If you deny that, then you're a fool. This could legit just be a contract play. I want a new contract play. Right? Does that work? It's not really big enough, is it? If I do it like that, I'll have to stick it like that. If we look at the salaries, these are the Bayern Munich current salaries. So he's the 4th highest paid player at the football club. Is Leroy Sané? Well, you can't even see that, can you? Let me zoom in a bit more. You see that? That's better, isn't it? So you can see here, Leroy Sané is currently the 4th highest paid player at Bayern Munich, only behind Thomas Müller, Manuel Neuer, who don't even play anymore, I don't think, and Harry Kane, obviously taking top spot there. No real surprises. So it's not a cash issue. This isn't Leroy Sané trying to get a new contract because he's on low wage. So you can rule that one out. So there's only 2 reasons why this would be happening. One, he legitimately fancies another move, and City are legitimately interested, as per Christian Falk of Build, as per the stuff on screen. Or he just wants a new contract, and he's trying to maybe get a little bit of a boost. He's trying to get maybe a little bit of a boost on his current wages, and he's using Manchester City and Liverpool's name as a way to do that. Maybe he's thinking to himself, I should be on 400,000 euros a week, whatever. I mean, I've got to say, by the way, just quickly off topic here, Just quickly off topic. You know how people say, Premier League's ruining the game? Look at all the wages these guys are on, mate. Are you mad? What are you talking about, Premier League ruining the game with the money? How do people say that with a straight face? Anyway, I just had to say that, man, because that's a bit of a joke. So, there's only 2 reasons why. He actually legit wants to move, and City are legitimately interested as a Liverpool, according to Christian Falk. Or he has no intention of moving, and he's just using City and Liverpool's name as a way to get a new contract. Now, does he really need to do that? I mean, it's not like they're not going to give him a new deal, right? I mean, we can go through his stats now and have a look how he's been doing since he's gone to Bayern Munich. But I don't think he really needs to be getting his agent. Maybe this is just par for the course. Maybe it's just standard process. But does he really need to be getting his agent? Does his agent really need to be throwing out this sort of news, especially when they've got the shit with Musiala? I mean, look at his numbers there, guys. Look at his. Oh my God, man! Go away in it, ads. Like, look at his numbers there. 16 goal involvements in 18 games, which is absolutely incredible. If we do that by minutes, you'll get a goal or an assist every 92 minutes. So it's effectively a goal a game, you know what I mean? He's getting, which is quite fantastic. If you look at where he's playing right wing and left wing. This is the interesting thing now. If we have a look at his time at Bayern Munich, I don't think he plays a lot on the left wing, which is interesting because, of course, that's where he spent most of his time at Manchester City under Pep Guardiola. And then obviously he's left, and then he's gone to Bayern, and obviously he's playing in a different position. If we go on Bayern Munich games here, let me bring this up on screen again. Yeah, I mean, if you look at this here on the right-hand side, 69 times he's played on the right wing, 50 times played on the left. So he still does play on the left, but mainly on the right. But he's also played 24 times in the attacking midfield. And look at those numbers as well. They're very impressive. 15 and 24. That's very impressive numbers. But I think Leroy Sané, since leaving Manchester City, has matured. I think he's probably got more to his game now. And I know some people won't want to hear that because he's not being managed by Pep Guardiola. But I just think because he's matured, he's playing in different positions. I've seen him a couple of times playing in the middle, and he looks a frightening player, you know, when he plays in the middle of the park. But we never really seen that at City, which was a bit of a shame, really, because he looked really good there for Bayern. And I just think, you know what? He's got 1 year left on his deal. We're going to need a winger in the summer. I've not really thought about this, to be honest with you. I don't know whether I've just been in denial, because I've never really thought about a winger in the summer. But you got to face the facts. If Bernardo Silva leaves this year, which if he doesn't leave, then I've got to question every single football club in Europe for not activating the £50 million release clause, right? So he goes. You've then got Foden, Doku, and Grealish. Doku is still young, hella young. Grealish doesn't get G&A, so you probably need some more. And Foden, we're still having these hopes that one day he's going to play in midfield. So you are going to need a winger. And it's something that really I've not really thought about. And I think it's probably been denial because I don't want to accept that Bernardo Silva is going to leave this football club. But he probably is. This is probably his last year. So we're going to have to get a winger. And who better than a player that already knows Pep Guardiola, already knows Manchester, already knows the demands of the football club and the fans, will be able to settle in rapid, is versatile, can play left wing, right wing, striker, attacking midfielder. And you probably can get him for a decent price because he's only got a year left on his contract. And he's still young, man. He's still only 27. He'll be 28 when we sign him, so not really young, to be honest with you. But still a decent age, you know what I mean? Not old, not a pensioner. You know what I mean? So this will be a good sign. You get him for another 5-6 years. I think this is a really good deal, man. Right, let's have a look at the poll. Guys, make sure you drop a like in the stream. Subscribe to the channel as well, man. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. What are we on? We're 350 away. Right, let's have a look at this poll. Let's see what you guys are saying. Would you re-sign Leroy Sané this summer? 83% of you guys said yes, you would re-sign Leroy Sané this summer. 18% of you say no. I'm interested to know, genuine question, I'm not going to go. The 18% of people that have voted no, what is your reasoning? Is it because you don't think we should re-sign players that have left the club? If so, if that's your opinion, that's fine. Is it because you don't think he's good enough? Is it because, I don't know, you want us to sign someone else? I'm genuinely interested, and this isn't an argument. I just genuinely want to know your views on this one. So, yeah, get your views in. KLFC, do you think Pep will take him back? I think so long as the relationship didn't break down when he left, which there's no indication that it was. With Sterling, I can tell you now, 100%, there's no doubt in my mind, them two had a spat before they left, yeah, 100% in my view. I don't think that happened with Sané. I genuinely think the Sané one was so innocent. I think Sané just knocked on the door one day and went, I want to go back to Germany. What can you do? What can you do? If a player wants to go back to the home country, the same with Ferran Torres, the same with Eric Garcia, you can't just hold on to them. You're actually holding them hostage. They want to go back to the home country. You know what I mean? Not about that here. You got to let the players go. So as long as there was no breakdown in relationship and everything was respectful, which I imagine it was, because there was nothing really that came out that suggested it's not. Leroy Sané, by the way, still loves City. Do you remember last year, right, after we played Bayern Munich, yeah, in the Champions League? You remember his interview that he did after? He was buzzing for City. He basically said, go on, City, go and win this Champions League, mate. I'm buzzing for you. He was buzzing for us, mate. You could tell. I thought, is he still playing for City, this guy, or what? He was over the moon. Not over the moon because they'd just been beat, but he still had a connection, man. He still had a connection. And that's why I would bring him back. If there was any breakdown in relationship between Pep Guardiola or Sane, or the club and Sane, or you know what, even any players and Sane, I wouldn't bring him back because I wouldn't risk it, you know what I mean? But if everything was fine, if it was just a legit situation of, I want to go back to Germany, why not, man? Why not full send? Why not full send the situation? I would. I'd full send it. Joel Griffith says, imagine Sane Doku on the wing 2017-18 on steroids. That would be pretty sick, that wouldn't it? That would be pretty sick. And you've still got Grealish there as well, bro, to like play the control. If you want the control aspect as well. I think it'd be absolutely insane. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So Lito says, no point, lol. He left for a reason and he will cost and his age. Right, okay, bro. This bit here, yeah, he left for a reason. If the reason is he just wanted to go back to Germany, bro, are you really going to hold that against him? I can't hold that against him, mate. You know what I mean? I can't hold a guy wanting to go back to his country to play, you know, football in front of his family. All his family comes to the games, you know what I mean? His wider family. He's in his own country. I can't hold that against the guy, mate. I'm sorry. The cost. Well, you're talking about the cost. You're saying he's going to cost. Well, of course he's going to cost, but he's got a year left on his contract. You know what I mean? You've got to face reality. This isn't going to be a £100 million transfer, mate. I mean, what did we sell him for? Like 50 million? Let's have a look. We sold him for 49 million euros, which seems hella cheap, really, doesn't it? That seems real. What happened there? Why did we sell him so cheap? Anyway, we sold him for 50 million euros. Yeah, what's that, like 42, 43 million quid? I think you're going to be able to get him for 55, 60, maybe 65. He's only got a year left on his deal, bro. And his age, bro, he's 28, man. We need to stop this. We need to stop this thing about 28-year-olds being the new pensioners, man. 28, he's still got 5, 6, 7 years at the top level. Sports science and that. Players are playing until a lot longer. So I don't have a problem with any of those things, really. Other than what was the reason he left? Sane was a fool for leaving. Well, I think he regrets leaving now. I think he probably regrets the move. But again, if the move of Zane, yeah, was because he wanted to go back to his home country and play for the biggest club in that country, I can't really hold that against him. I can look at him and say, sporting wise, you probably made an error there. You played for the best manager in the world. Why did you leave? But if he says to you, yeah, I know, but I just really miss Germany. My whole family wanted me to come back to Germany. I had the German media, German sponsors coming out saying this is going to be really sick for me. The Leroy Sané brand. I'm telling you, man, Leroy Sané was told he was going to get a brand, Leroy Sané 10, and it's not happened, in my opinion. Douglas Wright says, if people want to leave, we let them. If he wants to come back, I would welcome him. I agree. So long as they don't leave in bad circumstances and they're good enough to come back, it cannot be a purely sentimental thing. So you can't just let a player come back. Like I'm sick. Have you seen the stuff about Santi Cazorla at Arsenal? No hate on Santi Cazorla. One of my favourite players. The most two-footed player I think I've ever seen in my life. Fantastic. But apparently, I don't know how true this is, Arsenal are now considering letting Cazorla come back and play one final game for Arsenal as like a send-off. I mean, that is just ridiculous. You know what I mean? This is no sentiment. You're only bringing back a player if they're good enough. That's the big thing. That is the 100% the big thing. Do you think he'd go Liverpool? I think for me, I would like to think. So, right, okay. So, if he's considering Liverpool, that means he's legit wants to leave, yeah. So, if he legit wants to leave, and Bayern say, okay, well, you've only got a year left in the contract, we'll sell you 60 million, 70 million, whatever it is, yeah. I would like to think that if Liverpool come to Leroy and say, Leroy, we've made a bid, we want you. I would like to think that Leroy would say to his agent, speak to City, see if they'll, I want to go City. But if City don't sign me and I want to leave, then I'll go Liverpool. You know what I mean? So it's like, speak to City, tell them, if you don't sign me, I'm going Liverpool. You know what I mean? And then sort of maybe try and force City's hand. But yeah, I do think he'd go Liverpool if he wanted to leave Bayern. You know what I mean? Played under Klopp, German. Makes that transition a little bit easier. Played a style of football that I think would really suit Leroy. The only thing I'd say is, do they really need him? Unless they sell Salah in the summer, which I guess is possible. Do they really need Leroy Sané? They've got Salah, Diaz, Gakpo, Jota. I don't think they need him, really. Unless they sell Salah. But yeah, I think he probably would if he's that desperate to leave Bayern Munich. It all depends on how desperate he is. Do I think Sané is good enough to make the City squad? Bro, 100% he's good enough to make the City squad. And again, I don't know if you've just joined, but for people that have just joined, you have to face the facts that if Bernardo Silva leaves in the summer, you have maximum 3 wingers: Grealish, Doku, and Foden. And Foden might not be a winger anymore. We don't really know what's going on with Foden. Is he a winger? Is he a midfielder? Pep Guardiola's still trying to sort that shit out. You know what I mean? So 100% is good enough, mate. I mean, his stats are ridiculous. Let's have a look at his stats, man. Let's deep his stats properly. I know we just had a look at the current seasons, but let's have a look at his full stats since he's gone to Bayern. So these are his stats this season so far, yeah? Very impressive. 18 games, 9 goals, 7 assists. That's a goal involvement every 92 minutes. He's played predominantly on the right-hand side, getting, 9 goal involvements in 12. But when he's played on the left, he's got 7 in 5. So that's pretty decent. Let's have a look at last year. Let's see what he did last year. Was he cooking last year or nah? Let's have a look. Okay, so last year, 44 games played, 14 goals, 10 assists. So 24 in 44. That's decent. If we do that by minutes, 2,765 divided by 24. That's a goal involvement every 115 minutes. People, that is very, very impressive. Very impressive. Whenever I'm looking at wingers, yeah, wingers who predominantly get goals and assists. I wouldn't do this for Grealish, right? Because Grealish isn't that type of player. But for a Doku, Sterling, Sane, Salah's, Mane's, these type of players, I always think that if you're a winger at the top level, I want to see you be averaging a goal involvement, so a goal or an assist every 2 games or less. If you do that, you're going to get good numbers. Play 50 games a season, that's 25 goals in 25 goal involvements. That's decent. Anything less than that, that's really good. Obviously, the closer you get to 90 minutes, as per Sane, then you're like, for me, that's where you're elite level. You're an elite level winger if you're getting close to the if you're getting close to a goal involvement every other game or every game. That's just incredible. You know what I mean? If we have a look at the season before, this is the what season's this? This is the 2021-2022 season. Again, very, very strong numbers. 45 games, 14 goals, and 15 assists. That's 29 in 45. Again, if you do that by the numbers, minutes played, that's a goal involvement every 102 minutes. There is no question in my mind about ability here. There is no question. I can't even entertain that. Leroy Sané gets into pretty much every team in world football. Pretty much, right? Maybe exceptional one or two. The question for me is one: does he actually want to leave? Is this news by Christian Falk legit? Right? This guy has done really good stuff in the past. Christian Falk, really on it with his transfer news. Haaland, he was spot on the whole way through. But he probably, like everyone, like all journalists, he's probably got some stuff wrong as well. So you got to determine whether this is true. Second of all, how much are Bayern going to want for him? He's only got 1 year left on his contract. They can't be sitting there saying we want 100 million. Nah, because then you're going to lose him on a free transfer the year after. I don't think Bayern are the type of club that can really do that. And the main thing, the absolute number one thing is, how was his relationship with the football club when he left? That includes the players, the fans, the manager, the board, everyone. Now, we know the relationship with the fans was great. You know what I mean? We didn't want him to leave. We was gutted when he left. And as per the poll in the chat, 78% of you guys want him back. That tells you that the relationship is strong. And I've got to say, I'm led to believe that the relationship between him and the club is okay. I mean, there was nothing. I don't know. Is there anyone here that can remember anything else? I can't really remember anything being salty. I can't really remember any arguments when Leroy Sané left. It wasn't like there was a big spat. So I think if City want him and Pep wants him, there's this thing though about Pep, he's stubborn, he'll never take back a player that left. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think if Leroy made it clear to Guardiola that he's not leaving because of anything that City are doing, he's not leaving because of anything that Pep Guardiola's doing, he's leaving because he just wants to go back to Germany. I would think that Pep Guardiola wouldn't be so stubborn as to go, no, you left, so you're never coming back. I don't think he'd shut the door on that, in my view, in my personal opinion. Sane's record in the Champions League too is incredible, is it? Let me have a look at. Okay, let's have a look at his Champions League record then, because we can sort the stats by competition. Let's have a look. Do I think? Let's cut the chase here. By the way, do I think we're going to sign him? No. I think he's going to sign a new contract. Do I think we could sign him? Yeah. Okay, these are the numbers. These are Champions League numbers. So let's go all the way down here, yeah? By the way, you know what's mad? To prove, yeah, that I seen Leroy Sané when he was at the academy. If we open up this UEFA Youth League tab, you should see Schalke versus Manchester City somewhere. Nope, it was the season after then. This season. There it is. I watched that game. I watched this game, yeah. 2015, Manchester City Youth League. Oh, shit. 2015, yeah. Manchester City Youth League. Should we have a look who played in that game? This is a bit off topic, but... So, yeah, I remember I watched Leroy Sané in this match for Schalke's under-19s, and I swear to God, I knew that day the guy was going to ball out. It was fucking unreal. 1,500. There you go. We won 4-2 on penalties. Who played in that game? Angus Gunn, Angelino, Tosin Adarabayo, Maffeo, Bossart, Kian Bryan, Byrne, who now plays in League of Ireland. Olivier and Cham went to Celtic, I think, and now maybe plays in Italy somewhere. Thierry Ambrose, Ika Pozzo, Brandon Barker, no way. That's actually a madness, yo. This is bringing back memories. Manager Patrick Vieira. Kelechi Iheanacho, Aaron the main. Manu Garcia, do you remember him? What's he doing these days, man? He's at Aris Saloniki. No way. He was a tidy little player, him. Bertrand Salina, he was a good player as well. Boldu, Denzel Boldu, Ashley Smith-Brown, Charlie Abilson. Yeah, well, there he is, Leroy Sané. I remember watching him in that game, yeah, for the academy, and the guy slammed it. Anyway, that went off topic. Let's have a look at his Champions League record. Oops. Close the tab. There we go. Okay, this is his Champions League record, yeah? Let's have a look. So, first season, he played one game, got a goal. And then his first Champions League campaign for City, played 4 times, getting 4 goal involvements. The season after, played 9 times, only got 2 assists, though. Season after that, much better, getting 8 goal involvements in 8. For Bayern, first season, 4 in 8. Second season, 12 in 10, which is incredible. Third season, 6 in 8. And then this season so far, he's got 2 in 4. So, yeah, decent record. Decent record, man. But, yeah, listen, it's going to be interesting. City Build-Up says there is other reason why this news came about. Bayern wants to put pressure on Sane renewing his contract. Bayern want to put pressure on Sane to renew his contract. Bayern probably do want him to re-sign the contract. And yes, they won't want this to drag out, because if it gets to March, April, May time and he's still not signed a contract, then they're going to have to be like, well, we're going to have to sell you if you're not signing a new contract. We can't allow you to go into next season having not signed a contract, because then we could lose you on a free transfer. But why, answer me this then, why would they put out this news if they want him to sign a new contract? How does Bayern Munich putting out this transfer rumor of City and Liverpool being interested in him make him sign a Bayern contract quicker? If anything, it slows him down. Because if he didn't know anything about this, right? Say he's just thinking about his contract or whatever, and he's just chilling. And then this morning he wakes up and sees this news about Christian Falke saying City and Liverpool are interested. And he never had any indication of this before. All of a sudden, he's speaking to his agent going, is this true? Is this true? And then he goes, I don't know, I'll speak to City. And then the agent rings City and City say, well, we might be interested. I'm fine. He rings Liverpool, yeah, we'll be interested, especially if Salah goes. All of a sudden, he said, I'm not going to sign a new contract because these clubs are interested. I don't see how Bayern Munich putting out this news would force Leroy to sign a contract quicker. If anything, it slows it down, in my opinion. It slows it down. Let's have a look. See what you guys are saying. Big up Craig Party Time, man. He says he didn't force the move. He just didn't sign a new contract and asked to leave City, so was going to sell him with 2 years left. Then he got injured. Yeah, he did get injured, which was in the Community Shield, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, so obviously Craig knows a lot about what's going on at City. He's very good ITK, good source of knowledge. And it sounds from what Craig's saying there, guys, that there was no sort of bad blood between anyone at the football club, which is obviously which is good, which means it could happen. I don't know, you know. Do I think it's going to happen? No, because how often do teams re-sign players? How, in fact, should I Google that? Surely that someone's done like a web, like a. How often do clubs re-sign players? I don't think there's a. I thought there would have been like an article on it. You know what I mean? Like someone's done an article on all the players that have re-signed for clubs, but like I can't really remember that many players that are re-signed for clubs. It's very rare, so I have to go with yeah, Pogba. Yeah, yeah. No, it's still true though. Guled Pogba did re-sign for United. Angelino, yeah. Thierry Henry, Angelino re-signed, didn't he? Who else? Ronaldo. Yeah. Oh, I guess that it does happen. It is rare, obviously, but it does happen. It does happen. Yeah, so listen, I don't know. I'd probably say it's not going to happen because I think it's just. I just think surely not. Surely we're not going to re-sign Leroy Sané. But I got to say, I'm all game for this. I am all game for this. I want Leroy Sané back at Manchester City. I will take him in a heartbeat. If Bernardo Silva leaves, you got to re-sign someone anyway. You got to sign a winger anyway. So we've got to make moves on that. But yeah, listen. Look at Sané's minutes played in 18-19 season LB, specifically from game 25 onwards. That's the reason he left. Okay. Okay, but I will look at that. Let me have a look. 18-19 season. Let's have a look what happened in that season. 18-19, right? So Dom wants us to have a look at these stats. Let's have a look. Right, we got them up here. Right, so you're saying what? Have a look what happened after game 25 in the Premier League. Game 25 on the bench. Yeah. Started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. He started 5 Premier League games in the final. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So he started, what, a third of the games? But then again, bro, I would say this. The team was winning. The team was winning, right? Why would you change it? Look at the results. Why would Pep Guardiola change a winning formula? So he can sit and also what happened in this game because he played. Oh my god, man! No, I don't want to buy solars. I don't want to buy solar panels, man. Go away, innit? What happened in this game? Because he played in this game here. He was playing in these games. So he started these 4 matches, did really well in these 4. Liverpool at home, Wolves at home, Huddersfield away. Right? He seems at this point, right, that he's in really good form. He's a manager favourite. He's a fan favourite, right? And then what happened here? What happened on the 29th of January, 2019, away at Newcastle when we lost? Because after that, it seems to me, based on this, that something happened here. He must have been really bad or did something that Pep didn't like, and then he just struggled to get back into the team. To be fair, I remember this game. I was at that game. I was at this game. This was before I become a plastic fan, innit? I went to that game, and on the bus on the way home, me and my mate Joe, we said the only way we can win the league now is if we win every single. I promise you, we said the only way we win the league now is if we win every single game for the rest of the season. What did we do? When I won every single game for the rest of the season. But yeah, he must have been proper stinky in that match. He must have been proper stinky in that match. Is that the game where Dino give a penalty away? Let's have a look. I don't know. How do you find out if it was a penalty or not? Goals. It just says goals. Right-footed shot. Goal of the season. Oh, 6th goal of the season. I'm not sure. Was it a penalty? We went 1-0 up as well. Oh, it's the early goal curse, man. Oh, I'm not even showing you. It's the early goal curse. Look. Look, it's the Sergio Aguero with a goal in the first minute. The early goal curse is legit a thing, man. It's 100% a thing. And then look, he got subbed off. He got subbed off in the 73rd minute. So what happened there, man? Look at that, man. A minute after Kevin De Bruyne got subbed off, they scored. That's disgusting. I might have to rewatch this match, man, and see what Leroy Sané done. But nah, Dom, big up, man. You're right. You are right. After that Newcastle game, he never really played a lot. Do you know what I mean? But the team was winning, so why would you change a winning formula? So, yeah. It was his defensive qualities in that game that Pep was fuming with. Don't really remember, to be honest. But yeah, well, that's the only thing then. If Pep Guardiola didn't like his defensive work rate, will we still re-sign him? I don't know, you know. I'm not 100% sure. Craig said, look at Fabrizio tweets. Ooh. Ooh. Fabrizio's tweeting, or is this? Are you baiting me here, guys? Fabrizio Romano. Nah, bro. There's nothing in it. There's a bit on Haaland, but that's nothing to do with Sane. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that in a bit. Zakir, if you just go on Google and type in full match football replays or something like that, though, that's one of the first websites where you can go on. Anyway, listen, I think we've covered most stuff there. Basically, for me, if there's any chance of this happening, it all depends on how Pep Guardiola and Leroy Sané ended their relationship when he left. Was it amicable? If it was, there's a chance. If not, there's not a chance. He's either going to go to Liverpool or he'll re-sign a contract. At the end of the day, we could probably have expected this news because he is coming up to a contract renewal and it's his former club. City get thrown in with all these players anyway. So you can kind of imagine City being thrown in here. Do I think it's going to happen? No. Do I think there's a chance? Yeah. What do I think the chance is? Low. 20%, 10%. Low chance. But there is a chance. There is certainly a chance. Right, what have I got coming up today, man? I'm on Footy Judge Mo's YouTube channel at 1 p.m. So make sure you join me there. That's going to be an interesting one. I don't know what he wants to speak about, but yeah, we'll see what's going on there. And then yeah, I'll probably do a stream later on. I was looking at like watch-alongs and that, guys, but they're all dead, man. They're all dead. There's nothing, is there? There's nothing, man. I don't know what to watch. I'm looking at the fixtures now, mate. It's just all really, really poor. Like, I don't even know what to watch, man. I gotta watch something in it, but they're all dead. There's not a single decent game. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna watch. I don't think there's gonna be any watch-alongs today, unfortunately. But then we'll see. We'll see if we can find something. We'll see if we can find something to do. But yeah, listen, it is what it is. See you on Judge Mo. I'm gonna have a video, guys. I'm gonna have a video up on the second channel later on today. I might do something on this Erling Haaland, something like that. So if you've not already done so, please make sure you subscribe to the second channel, More LB. I'm going to do a cooking video, man. I'm going to do a cooking video. You want to see me cook some food? Subscribe to More LB. Link is in the chat right now. We're about 40 subscribers away from 400 subs. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash a like on this one. Subscribe to this one. Guys, if you're watching back on replay, give us your thoughts down below. And I'll see you later on. Peace out, people. Have a good day, man.